Yes.
To all dear friends, it's an exciting moment that the hackathon, which was started in the last Friday, is now going to continue with another set of 10 people, which is our own chartered accountants who have got exposure in the technology front. Two programs which have been conducted by AI and ICAI have been a great success. First one where we did the co-pilot program, followed with the second one was the hackathon which we have done last Friday rather. And the kind of response which we have been receiving is so encouraging and positive that somewhere we feel that we are adding value to the professionals in a totality. Friends, let me tell you one thing. When it is matter of institute, the council members not only participate to ensure that we first learn and then we pass on the knowledge to our members or students, but also the employees like Vishnu and all are there who are actually participating on a continuous basis and striving to ensure that they are actually putting the entire ecosystem together. Last time, the 10 speakers who have come, panelists who have come, they actually made a difference. The difference in the form where most of the people were not having knowledge from where to start. And after this hackathon, the most important aspect, I think Umesh and I both have received messages saying that, we have got a light of the day to start from where we have been talking about things. We have been listening, talking, hearing, reading every aspect with regards to technology, but we were not getting to know where we need to start. And our panelists who have been using technology on a regular basis in their day-to-day practice have come forward willingly on a pro bono basis to share how small things can add value to your entire practice or might be industry where you are working in on a continuous basis. With this, what I would request is, Umesh ji is going to be there with you all throughout. I have a program in Hyderabad and there is an important meeting which is happening. So I'll be off for a moment. But yes, the entire discussion, I hope I put my fingers crossed, is going to give you an enriching experience. Every person who has used technology in their day-to-day practice has come forward. We will encourage them to be a good speaker and also appreciate the contribution they are willing to make pro bono for the benefit of members and students. That is ultimately the profession. Friends, I wish all you people a great learning experience in this journey of AI, and we will ensure going forward the journey is going to go a little steep and going to take off in a different manner. So this is just a beginning, and the foundations which are being placed last Friday by 10 people and this Friday by another 10 people. And the best part is last Friday we had one lady and this time we have two ladies who are going to come and participate and share their experience. Hope this entire discussions and deliberations goes in a true spirit, and we look forward that the experience which we are going to go through in time to come is going to be different and enriching for all you people. Thank you and best wishes to all the panelists who have come today to share your thoughts. Trust me, I think the biggest compliments to each one of you that with your little experience or more experience, you made it a point that you be the front runners and ensure that you share your knowledge. I think this is the only profession where a competition is nurtured in form of panelists like you all people. Huge amount of applause and compliments to you all people. It is not a tell you one thing, competition, if it is healthy, is going to pay us all in a very qualitative manner. If competition is not healthy, it is actually going to kill the entire market in the true sense. So this is a journey towards a healthy competition, and complimenting you again and again for coming forward to share your experience. Thank you all. Over to you, Mahesh bhai.
Yes, thank you, Daya sir, for your opening remarks, and it's encouraging words that leads us in AI in ICAI committee to work further under your chairmanship. And we are also having our leaders, Ranjit Agrawal sir, President and Vice President Charanjot Singh ji Nanda, who are guiding us to lead forward in this AI in ICAI committee. Friends, now let's focus on today's topic, that is the hackathon part 2 of use cases in MS Excel. There are two sets, 10 panelists, and there are number of participants. So first, all panelists will be given 10 minutes to share their use cases. Myself and Vishnu are there. So we are there to call them. They will present their use cases. Now, what is the responsibility and role of the participants? Participants, it's a humble request that once the use case is finished of 10 minutes, you have to give ranking to each one of panelists. And we are going to declare 3 panelists, top panelists in future, so that their use cases will be taken up in more detail. So all participants, please get up, get ready with your office technical staff, all of your articles, and everybody in your office to watch this hackathon and use these use cases in your office, because friends, the knowledge which cannot be used is useless. And yes, AI is a game changer. We are inculcating the practical knowledge along with the technological knowledge to each one of practicing chartered accountant across India through these hackathons. So I now request all participants to get ready, and also I will request Vishnu to share the QR code of the WhatsApp community to join all the members of ICAI to AI WhatsApp community, so they can scan and they can join. You can share with them, Vishnu, afterwards also. So friends, let's start our second hackathon today. So the first participant, first panelist for the day is Lokesh Agrawal. So let's welcome Lokesh Agrawal. Over to you, Lokesh. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. My voice is audible now? My voice?
Yeah, audible.
And also, I'm sharing the screen. Please let me know if it is not being shared.
Vishnu, please help.
I think my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes. So, good evening, everyone. Today, we very well know the topic, that is AI and Excel. My PPT is also visible? Okay.
Yes.
So what we have come here for is an arranged marriage. You might not be surprised by looking this, between two bride and groom. So who are the bride and groom? Excel and AI, right? Excel and AI. Presently, what is the situation? 70% of the time we use Excel, 30% we use other things, and AI is out of the box. But let me tell you, this new bride, if we change the scenario to 70% AI and 30% Excel, a lot of things can change, right? So all of these are basics, and the question is how. As sir said, how. So let me tell you that you can start wherever you are. It is not a big thing that you will take hours to learn or something. Start wherever you are. We have been implementing GST, we have been implementing Companies Act. All these were big tasks, but to start AI you do not need anything. And today I am going to show you free tools, because paid tools I don't believe so much, although they are helpful. But free tools you can create as per your need. जैसा तुमको चाहिए वैसा बन जाएगा. And paid tools is another level. But to start, free tools are very amazing. Okay, so about this new bride, again and again I'm saying the bride. I hope my wife is not listening. Okay, so what are we waiting for? Let's go. 4 use cases, all of them: automatic bank interest calculator, homepage generator, automatic difference between 2 columns, missing voucher. So how do we show them? Suppose there are there is a case when you have a lot of Excel file, right? A lot of Excel sheets in one workbook. I have taken 4. While doing project reports, you have many sheets. So with one single click, you can create the link of all the sheets serially. And you can check, for example, I want to go to serial number, I can go to serial number. Again, I want to go to another sheet, say comparison, I can go to comparison. So this is very, very easy and helpful. So how I have made it? It is very, very simple. So I have taken the case, ChatGPT using VBA. I have simply, like we talk to a friend, I have just given him few prompts. I have many sheets in Excel. I want that a home page should be created at the beginning with 2 columns, serial number and name of the sheet. The name of the sheet should be a hyperlink of the sheet. Can we write a VBA code? That's it. Okay, and when I've given this, it also tells Alt F11, insert module, and like this. Okay, when it is done, it is not so simple. I am telling you, sometimes it will give errors. But what we do is, again, whatever error is there in this code, there was one error. The home page is coming at the end. I want at the starting. This simple error, again, I ask that your code is making this error, whatever be the error se darne ka nahi. And I'm telling you in one go, very less chances that it will give you the correct answer. In the coming sheets, we will see the home page is coming at the end. I want at the beginning. So again, it has given me a new code, and simply what I did is Alt F11, and here I have pasted the code. This module 1, create home page. Okay, so simply again I say, if I delete the sheet and show you, it's simple, generate home page, and it will generate, right? You can take it to any level. Suppose, I don't know if you know about add-ins or not, but this is one simple. I created a button. You can also create buttons and add-ins, automations. Here I can just click and it will do the same work, right? Second is the bank interest. Our clients always face problem कि banks सही interest charge कर रही है कि नहीं कर रही है, and it is a clumsy, like bank statement maybe many pages, right? 3 page, 4 page, 400 entries, 500 entries. We are not sure whether we have calculated the right interest or not. So this simple problem can be solved. I have created one bank statement, just given few entries, so that suppose 1st January, this is the last balance, 2nd January, 3rd January, there are some missing dates. Okay, suppose this. Simply I click on bank interest, and then I have made it dynamic. Enter the column name where balances are stored, B, right? Enter the row number where balances start, number 3, so 3. Okay, and then it is our date. कहाँ है? Date है हमारा A column में, right? Okay, and next is where you want to output. I suppose write F column, and the last thing is rate of interest, 9%. And within a fraction of a second, it will give me accurate. Once one को अपन देख सकते हैं, 1 में closing balance है 22,500, at 9% it will be this. Suppose 2 में 23,000, and at last 7 January से the balance is being carried forward, right, until 25 January in which it is changed. So अगर statement आधा है, कुछ है बीच में, date नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं, everything this is going to take care of, right? Again, one big headache for our clients is that sometimes the client, their debtor statement or creditor statement, they need to match, which is huge transaction, 300 400 transaction, एक गलती, and it takes 4 to 5 hours. Rest assured, with this simple technique, ChatGPT से मैंने पूछा है 1 by 1 कि भैया मुझे I want difference क्या करना चाहिए, 1 by 1 it kept improvising. And see, suppose I copy paste this column, right, and I have removed only 3 items. Okay, delete. Now see, comparison, when I click, it will ask specify the first column to compare, D. Okay, which is the second column, E. No matter how big statement is, I simply click on OK, and you will see the magic. It is taking, obviously it will take some time, but today it is taking more. It has come to know that it is very important. That's why bhav kha raha hai. Anyways, see, everything is matching, and it has highlighted that 50,000 the thing. Column A में 3 times था, column 2 में 0 times. That is the difference. And rest of the amounts, 1 by 1, everything is matching. So huge statement, but I tell you, without any error. Specifically, I love AI because there are no errors. If your command is right, it will give you perfect, and human errors are eliminated. There is one principle, garbage in, garbage out. So if your code is not right, you will get error. But if your code is right, matlab hours of work can be done in minutes. The last one, missing and duplicate value. There are suppose voucher list, right? Client का voucher list रहता है AS0102. आजकल GST आने के बाद each and every voucher is important. Suppose सेल में उसने कुछ एक voucher miss कर दिया. It may take lot of time, manipulation, everything. So what I did, AS01, 2, 3, 4. Suppose AS04 is 3 times, and now after 4 there is 7, 5 and 6 is missing. So what I do, select this column and duplicate and missing values. I've just named it shortcut due to less time. Duplicate and missing value. Where do you want it? I want it here and okay. Just see your separator, like बीच में कभी कभी क्या होता है, एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं तो डॉट डॉट आगे पीछे आ जाता है, right? Everything is taken care of. It has separated the non-numerical values and the numerical values. It has given missing dates, right? 5 to 6. I have written it dates I did for separate. 5 and 6 is missing, and below there is one more missing. And duplicates, as we can see, AS004 3 बार आया है, AS0012 जो 102 है वो 2 बार आया हुआ है, right? So this is just a simple possibility. When you learn how many possibilities are there, they will become endless. And paid tools, as I told, every client you cannot say purchase ये purchase वो, कितना purchase करेंगे? All this
last 2 minutes. Look at the last 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir. I have almost done. Now I will explain. तो client को कितना बोलेंगे purchase करो? Everything you cannot say them. And with the help of ChatGPT, I have showed you जैसे this thing, what it is called. Wait 1 minute. Create homepage is there. Macro to calculate bank interest is there. Everything उसको थोड़ा prompts ज़्यादा लगा. I want a macro. I want to select all the closing balance of the bank and multiply it to the rate of interest. But in the bank statement, it is very difficult to identify the closing balance due to multiple transaction in the same date. तो जो भी एरर चाहिए आपको, जो आएगी उसी को बताओ, और जो सॉल्यूशन चाहिए उसको विद एग्जांपल्स बताइए. दैट इज नोन एज प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग. उसमें आप धीरे धीरे करते करते एक्सपर्ट हो जाएंगे. एंड इट इज वेरी वेरी इजी, राइट? सारा ऑल्ट F11 से किया मैंने. कोई टूल इंस्टॉल नहीं किया, कुछ नहीं किया. मॉड्यूल 1 में क्रिएट होम पेज, मॉड्यूल 2 में जनरेट क्लोजिंग बैलेंस, मॉड्यूल 3 में कंपेयर column charts, and module 4 में separate voucher numbers. Simple Alt 11, and you can also Alt F8 to get all the things. You can just simply run it. I have created button for creating ease, right? And I have also told you कि XLSM sheet कभी-कभी काम नहीं करती. You can create a add-in of all everything. I have created one to show how it is an automations, and I just click here. Simple, and everything will be done, right? बाकी हार्ड नहीं है, थोड़ा सा टाइम शुरू में लगेगा, बट एट द लेटर स्टेज यू कैन क्रिएट वॉट एवर यू वांट. अगेन एंड अगेन आई एम सेइंग दैट वंस यू लर्न अबाउट द पॉसिबिलिटीज आर एंडलेस. You don't have to fear anything, you don't have to pay anything, everything is there on the net. Even ChatGPT 4.0 web ChatGPT बोल के Google Chrome extension है. You will come to know when you search it. Latest data. Everybody complains that ChatGPT 2021 तक है. How do we use it? Web from Microsoft.
Time up.
Oh, okay. I hope you got a nice understanding.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lokesh, for your first panelist, and you have shown some of the prompts and how to use them, ChatGPT through Excels. Dear friends, you need to make a habit of giving prompts and rectifying the errors and coming at the final prompt so that you can use it through VBA to Excel and get your required reports. So thank you, Lokesh. You have taken a good use case in this. Now let's move towards the next panelist. Chunoti Dolkia ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Now I am sharing my screen.
Vishnu, please help.
Yes,
Victim.
You can start the sharing one. It's on.
Yes, whether my screen is visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you, sir. And good evening, all. Before just 10 years ago, would we have believed that we will ask the computer to draw a picture as per our requirement and the computer will draw it? Now this is possible with the help of AI. In fact, all the pictures used in this PPT are drawn by computer. This is the power of AI. Now the question comes, why we as a chartered accountant should use AI in Excel? Why we as a chartered accountant should use AI in Excel? Well, we are facing many deadlines to complete our tasks. Hence, we need speed and accuracy in our work. AI has both the features. Moreover, it provides error-free results and high quality of analyzed data, and it is flexible. Moreover, it provides audit support. Gone are those days where we had to remember many complex formulas and functions of Excel. AI creates formulas for us. It compares data and provides analysis, converts text to table, and automates data entry. AI can be used with plugins also. We can use it directly in Excel itself. But as it can be used only in upgraded version of Excel, I will not demonstrate it here. Now we will see how AI works in Excel. Let's start. Now, in the text audit report, we are spending most of the time in reporting for TDS in clause 34A and clause 21. In the TDS report, in column 7, 8, and 9 of clause 34A, we have to report total amount where TDS is deducted less than specified rate, total TDS deducted less than specified rate, and amount on which TDS is not deposited. For that, we have to first find out rate at which TDS is applicable and rate at which TDS is deducted, where it is deducted at lower rate in case of each deductee. Now this is complex task. As we see here, that is TDS is not deducted in some cases, and in some cases TDS is deducted but not deposited. Also, for different section of TDS, different rate of TDS is applicable. And as we see here, that there are company, firm, and HUF deductee, and all we know that rate of 2% is applicable in case of company, firm, and HUF deductee, and 1% for all other cases. Now, generally, what we are doing is we are filtering the data and put manually these figures. Now, if there is error in this figure, our all reporting will be wrong. Now, what to do? Now, in that case, how do we know that whether TDS is deducted in each case as correct rate or not? I don't know any formula, even I don't know conditional formatting. How can I do this? Well, I will make it easier. Let's see how. First, we will calculate rate of TDS applicable. Just ask ChatGPT. I have formed this query and the result is here. Just copy paste the formula. Drag and drop it. And the result is here. As we see, 10% is applicable under section 194A, 2% in case of company, firm, and HUF deductive, 1% for other deductive, and 2% in case of section 194JB. AI has made the task so simpler. In just 1 minute, we have the result. There is no need to even filter the data section-wise and calculate rate. The only thing to be considered here is that form the query properly. Now we will check rate at which TDS is actually deducted, and that too only where it is deducted at lower rate. Just ask ChatGPT by forming a query. I have formed this query, copy paste it, and the result is here. So in this case, rate of 10% is applicable, but TDS is deducted as 6%. Now just check whether certificate of lower deduction or no deduction of TDS is obtained or not. If it is obtained, delete the cell, otherwise move to next column. Total amount where TDS is deducted less than specified rate. Form the query. Now there is no need to mention applicable rate. ChatGPT will find it automatically. Copy paste the formula. The result is here. In these cases, TDS is deducted at lower rate for this amount. Now we will move to next column, total deducted less than specified rate. Ask ChatGPT by forming a query. I have formed this query and the result is here. ChatGPT has given the formula. We are copy pasting it here. Now we will move to next column. Amount on which TDS is not deposited. Ask ChatGPT to form the query. We have formed this query. Just give cell reference and it has given the formula. Copy paste it. The result is here. So our reporting for clause 34 is for A is ready. It shows that 10% rate is applicable, but TDS deducted at 6%. It is lower deducted for this amount and total TDS deducted for this amount. On these cases, TDS did not deposited. Now, if we want to know amount on which TDS is not deducted for clause 21, we can ask ChatGPT to perform a query. The result is here. We can copy paste it. Now just filter section wise and our result is ready. Now there is no need to spend 2-3 hours on TDS reporting. Just form a query, ask ChatGPT and it will give the result. Now, things to be considered only here is that use quality data. There should not be any error in the data itself. Also understand limitations of AI and interpret the result given by AI, as there are chances of incorrect results in some cases. Definitely AI has intelligence, but we should use our own intelligence to interpret the result. We cannot fully rely on AI. If we are using plugins, choose the right option as per our need. Thank you. Thank you. I am ending my session.
Yeah, thank you, Chunoti, madam, and you have accepted the Chunoti of AI Hackathon, and we are very happy that you have taken the use case, which is very practical and which is used by everybody in tax audit reporting. And dear participants, whatever formula ma'am has used, they will be available to you through the YouTube recording. We are splitting 10 minutes of each of the session and putting it on the YouTube of ICAI. So you can view that and you can use these cases in your day-to-day practice. So thank you, Chunoti ma'am, for a wonderful use case which is used by everybody for the TDS reporting. So now we are moving, friends, to the third panelist, Shivam Garg. Over to you, Shivam.
Thank you, sir. Just a minute, sir.
Tech team, please help.
Yeah, Shivam, you can share.
Yeah. Is my screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my views on the AI. Today, my topic is on harnessing the AI capabilities with the help of logical expressions. Now, if we go through the word if, we are using it in our daily workings, whether it is in our tax audit reports, whether it is in our audits, we are using it in our daily reports. What if I can say that we can actually harness the AI capabilities with the use of these logical expressions? Now, if we uncover the AI to a certain extent, we can find the AI is a logical branch of numerous branch of logical expressions. What I am trying to say, let's understand with the help of a practical case study, which is we use in our monthly basis while filing GSTR 3B, which is nothing more than the GSTR 2B and the data reconciliation. We have to find out the considerable amount of ITC we have to claim in our return. So because of that, we have to make the reconciliation between the GSTR 2B and the books data. So how does we can implement the intelligence in our this particular process, and we can make our results more accurate and do it the same within a less time consuming manner. So if we go through the manual process, let's skip the automating part. We can go through the manual part, how we are doing it in a manual process. So the process is then divided into 3 parts, which is the first one is the data preparation. Data preparation includes the data extraction and the cleaning part. Data analysis is the most important and the time consuming part, which find out the actual differences we are looking for. And the output data presentation is something we are presenting the data to the management so that they can take the better decision on the same. Okay, Now, how we can automate each step, how we can intelligently make the process so that we can get the more accurate results with the help of the same. I have developed a tool regarding the same. Now you can see this is a tool and there is a data in it which includes the books data and as well as the portal data of the invoices and the credit notes. The first one step I'm looking for is the data preparation. Data preparation encompasses what we are expecting from a data preparation. That whatever the data we have, that should be completed. It should not be like कि कुछ data रह गया. It should be completed on all the aspect and all the data should met with certain criteria. Like the same should be in the same format so that the logical expression could understand the data what I'm trying to understand the same. So here you can see there are some columns which includes the data from date to the type, whatever the type of data it is, the invoices or the credit notes I'm trying to specify. So whatever is the data, I will click on the database. It will show me a pop-up that all the necessary data is filled in. So if I go to that, it has checked all the data, and wherever there are if I say that this column has any blanks, it will put as a NA into it. If I look into the column E to H, these are the numeric values, and if there are any escape of data, it will put the 0 behind it, and if there are any blanks within the column I and J, it will pop up the message that there are the blanks in the column. Now, the second one part is I'm looking for is the most complex one and the most required part of this process to find out the reconciliation differences. And what we are looking from that all the differences should be reconciled properly within a proper format, and all the details should be properly presented there. Now, if I click on the invoices part, now reconcile my invoices. It within a couple of seconds will reconcile all those invoices I have been provided to the database. So it have provided my all the reconciliation in a particular format with the specific naming of all those differences, that the invoices which are not in our books. These are those invoices which we are not taken in our records, in our books. These are those invoices which are not taken in our portal. The supplier has not uploaded the same on the portal. And if there are any value differences, like if any value which we have counted in our books are less, or the supplier has counted any value in their GSTR1 less, it will show them in a separate row. All this because of we are using a logical expression. We are continuously learning the code that if there is something, then you have that there are the credit note differences are of this type. Okay, so third one step of mine is that the data presentation, which is the most important part, that we have to present the data to the management in a particular format so that it can give a eagle eye view presentation. It can see the management that this is the value which is in our books, this is the value which is in our 2B, this is the differences, the reason of the differences are because of that. So if I go to the database sheet and again click on the summary sheet, it will summarize all those data in a particular format and will find out a check. I have also created a check that whether there are any unreconciled differences which I have to reconcile for. So there are the no difference which are pending, which I have to reconcile for. And it will be providing all those values, which are the 2B value, which are those value in the books, which values which are not coming in the books, and which value which are not coming in the portal, and the vice versa case of the same. Now, my dear friends, at the end, I can say that processes performed on the computers on a daily basis can be automated by regular continuous improvement and the learning and making them smarter in a particular way. Thank you. This is from my old side.
Thank you, Shivam, for your introduction through the PPT of the analysis of GSTRB. If you could have been provided the use case, that could have been a very good, but nevertheless, thanks for the joining the hackathon. Now let's move toward the next panelist. Now, Kumar Mangalam Kalia. Over to you, Kumar Mangalam.
Hello, is an audio?
Yes.
Okay. So, sir.
Yeah, please share your PPT.
Sure, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
So, good evening to all of you. So, AI change our world is drastically, and the AI works is the very automated. AI give our okay. Just a minute. So, AI work in the automated work. As a CA, you have to work as the automated environment where some work can be you done automatically, or for the some work you have help of the AI. So what is the importance of AI? So due to the AI, there are the various helps for the CS by increasing their enhancing productivity, by using their automation of work, speedy transaction recovery, all of that. So basically, we are use Copilot, which is the only used in the Microsoft 365 version. But what about other versions? How can it can be used? Since Microsoft 365 in Excel and Copilot will be available only for those we have to subscribe. But what about others? It is the given as per their source of the learned Microsoft. Just a minute. Here, sir. You can get there the source for this. Next, for that, how can we use AI in Excel? So it can be used by the add-ins, which can be AI, which help for our all other works. Such like they are enhance our functionality. They may be free. There are features and there are different functionality as per their making of uses. It can be integrated with Excel or other Microsoft Office tools, just like Words, PowerPoint, which can be used. So how can we use the maximize of the Excel? You have to use to go through and make hands-on practical for that. So it can be used for the Excel of the maximization of AI. So first AI tool is the Wikipedia. All knows about the Wikipedia, but how much it can be used? So in the Wikipedia, there are the various data tables, various knowledge field which can be used. How can be it added? So it is the AI adding tools which can be helpful for the adding Wikipedia data into the Excel. Second is Excel to Word documentation automation, which can be used for the Excel data into the transform into the Word document. It can be used same adding like the Excel, Word, and PowerPoint also. There are the, as you can see, it can be support small to very large documents, 102 pages or slides. It can be used for the individual professionals for increasing their productivity, and it will give items for the all three Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. So, and then next it will be the analysis tool pack in desktop. It will be adding for the all Excel versions. It may be how much it will be the older, at least from 2007 to latest version. It is the free add-in by the Microsoft itself only, and it can be used various features, just like we can get linear regressions, moving average, random number generator, sampling, which can be used in our day-to-day activities. Such like it also is useful for the exponential smoothing also. It can be you can be get it from their knowledge from this website. Then next is the Excel miner. It is the same as the adding by the Excel, but it is give only one tool pack, statistical analysis, such like for the logistic regression. It can be useful for the making credit analysis. How can be credit given or to not? So mainly, it is the most important tool pack, which is the autopilot. It is the similar as the Copilot, but as the autopilot only use GST4. But autopilot can be used. You can go through the various versions, such like this. And here, GPT 3.4, GPT 3.5 Turbo. It is available for free to use. It can be used as similar as a co-pilot in 2019 and above versions. Even if you are not subscribed for the 365. And mainly this case is the add-in tools for this ChatGPT for Excel. It is the useful for the all wider range. It can be used in the Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. This PowerPoint presentation is also created by ChatGPT for the PowerPoint. This is you can see this. So can we go for the live demonstration?
Tech team, please
Yes.
check.
You can share your screen for live demo.
Yes, sir, I'm sharing. Is that visible, sir? Is that visible? Okay.
Yes, now it's coming.
Okay. So firstly, I want to share my LinkedIn post. I am past CA. So what can I do? So I will post in the LinkedIn. So what is my task? Write the LinkedIn post for the recent my degree. The degree is CA. And what is the length of that? 100 words. So this is the command. So before that, as I had told you about the all various add-ins, how can get that add-ins? You can just go here, add-ins. Here it is a chat GPT for Excel, or otherly you can go from here, file, get add-ins. So here are lots of add-ins you can want to get for that, for the financial management, education. So my search is for the GPT. Search. So I add. Continue. It is loading. So get added. If you want to this, you can go from here. You can get help, functions, documentation, troubleshoot. So he can you get free trial. It is the generally get 50 AI trials, but I have used, so I get only 16 trials. Not nevertheless. So this is the my command. I will paste here. Sorry. Control C. Control V.
Last 2 minutes.
Yes. Control V. So just removing this. Okay. Get. Oh. So here as I get LinkedIn post for this. Just simple. Then translate. So here is that I have gone that pasted this post here, same post head here. So for that, I will get this command, AI translate. Output, Control V. I want to translate in Hindi. Just you can see that it is translated into Hindi, but I don't want it Hindi. I want it Italian. So it is the translate in Italian also. It has the various languages I have added, which can be useful for my translation. Similarly, it can be used for the one language translation for the multiple rows. Similarly, command. So, getting data. So, all are translated into the French.
For your time up.
Time up?
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir. Okay. Then there are the various.
Thank you, Kumar Mangalam, for your add-ons that needs to be added in Excel. You have given the glimpses that how our participants can add in their Excel the add-on and use it. So
Sure.
happy to note that you
Sure,
have
sir.
done a lot of work. Okay. So now let's move to Digvijay, our next panelist. Over to you, Digvijay ji.
Sharing my screen. Is it visible? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
My screen is visible?
Yes.
So, my case study for Excel use case is using a tool of Microsoft called Power Automate. Is a tool which offers a lot of
Your
capabilities.
voice is not coming properly. I think it is echoing from your side.
Hello, hello.
Now it's okay.
Yes. Sorry. So basically, what's my use case is that I'm taking this thing. Just a second. Okay. So what we get in our organization is that we get an invoice like this. Okay. We need a lot of data from this invoice that goes into analysis to arrive at the final figure, whether it is correct or not. So usually what we used to do earlier is that hello, hello.
Hello, yes.
Yes.
Tech team,
So,
please help Digvijay for the voice.
is it audible, sir, now?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
voice.
Digvijay, you hold the mic in front of your mouth,
Yeah,
then
sure.
it will be audible.
Yeah,
And
sure, sir.
please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So basically, what we used to get is like invoice like this. And from this, we have to analyze whether this is correct or not. Okay. So for that, earlier what we used to do manually compile the data in Excel and then analyze it. Okay. So, but what I'm using is not through Power Automate. I'm just uploading an PDF invoice in a particular folder, and from there it will just convert that into an Excel table like this. As you can see on the right side, okay, so like this we converted it using a model through Power Automate. So what we just do is that we just take an invoice and copy to a particular folder. That's it. Now the AI is running in the background. It will automatically convert it in a Excel table. So just give it a minute or two. It will. It takes roughly around 1 minute. So in the meantime, let me just elaborate about methods of automation. A robotic process automation software of Microsoft helps in automating complex tasks. Which are repetitive in
Digvijay,
nature.
you are not audible. Digvijay.
Hello. And what was that now? Hello.
Now go ahead.
Yeah. So Power Automate design in a way so that we can automate our daily tasks which are repetitive in nature. Okay, so using AI, it can automate these tasks and present it in whatever form we have. So basically, my use case is that we use an AI model of Power Automate to extract data from invoices and even other kinds of documents also. And in the Power Automate flow, we can just update our Excel tables. So, yes. Yeah. So my flow is running just what the invoice I created. So it just took around 25-26 seconds to convert that into an Excel table. Yes, you can see. So here we were seeing the 7 row. Now this has been, the 8 has been added by the AI. So this is a use case. This we are using for invoice conversion, but we can also use it for other documents also as per the user's need. So if I can just show you some steps how I have created it. So basically two parts are there. First, we have to create an AI model, and the second step is that we go for an automated flow. So here is a screen of this is Power Automate page. Power Microsoft premium kind of model. Some things are paid basis, otherwise it is mostly free. So we go for an AI model here. Next step is that we have to create our own model, AI model. So if we just click on invoices, certain things in Microsoft Power Automate can do it on its own. You don't have to provide anything. But since we have a very specific requirement, we will train it like a separate model. Okay. So what kind of fields which we require from our invoice document? Let's say invoice number, invoice date, supplier name, supplier GST, receiver name, receiver GST, and so on. Apart from that, we also need like what is the GST, what is the taxable revenue, what is the number of revenue. We all provided that these things we require from the invoices. So just we have to upload a sample documents. 5 is enough, and more you go, more perfect your model will be. So once we upload the sample documents, we'll show it like this. Now you have to add the fields. So if you can see that there is an invoice number right here. So just we have to create a box around it, and we'll just tag, give us an option what this thing is. What this thing is, this is our invoice number. We'll just go and tag this only our rest of the fields. As you can see there, we have tagged almost like 12-13 things in the first half. Say, the document. Similarly, I do for the numerical values as well. So like this, you have to tag multiple values for all the documents. 6 documents I have provided. So I have all the 6 documents with their respective values. As you can see, I have provided
last 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Everything I have provided. Then you just have to train the model. So once the model gets trained, you can see that the accuracy score here is 98%. Usually it doesn't give above 99% ever, so 98% is also good. You can always go back and change the tagging as you have done previously. It will go up to 99%. Next step is to create an Excel table. Whatever fields you have previously provided, you just give it in an Excel table. Then you have to create a flow. Flow is only thing which I am going to do is copy a PDF invoice in a particular folder. So from there, next all the things are. So when a file is created, okay, our document will know that a particular folder PDF document is created. It will analyze the file content and will secondly extract the information from documents from the AI model like this we have provided earlier. Just have to connect this. Like in supply name, what is there? We have from our AI model, we got the supply name. Similarly, other things we have to just place it here. You can see the testing we got these values from our invoice. You don't have to type anything, you don't have to manually do anything in this way except copying the PDF file to a particular folder. Just
Yeah, your time, sir.
yes, sir.
Thank you, Digvijay. You are a very excellent presentation on the your auto use case in MS Excel. Yeah, your auto power and all the use case, but unfortunately we were not able to listen because there is a disturbance in your voice. So
Sorry
no
for
problem at all. We can again connect afterwards
Yes.
in any other session. But keep doing good. And now let's move towards the next panelist, that is Dhaval. Over to you, Dhaval.
Hi, sir. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be presenting in front of all the Chartered Accountants fraternity. So just to quickly introduce, I'm Dhaval Kodilkar, Chartered Accountant, fellow member of the Institute based out of Mumbai. And so today, what we all are discussing is about AI hackathon, and I'm really excited actually to speak about this issue because as a chartered accountancy firm, we all have always struggled to achieve the practice level profitability, the CA practice, or at a client level profitability, and the main reason of that has always been the productivity of our staff. So that's where we all need to learn how AI can come in. So a story that I connect mostly is that when I started my CA journey, I had a very a strong relationship with my calculator, and I'm sure all of you all can connect that calculators have been one of the integral part of our entire CA curriculum study. Even in our exams, it was our partner. So similar way, I want all of you to now consider AI, the tools like ChatGPT, tools like Copilot, tools like Gemini to be a part of our CA practice, so much that they are like used in every hour of our CA practice. And that's where we are focusing today. And today, my first one of the case study that I have taken is about how we can integrate our artificial intelligence using Copilot generative AI language tool in an Excel to improve my tax computation, to improve my audits, to improve my client service level so that I achieve my client satisfaction, I achieve my profitability, and my staff is also happy. And this will bring more new students to the chartered accountancy course because this will become more interesting as a course itself. So just coming to the next point, that one of the niche area that I have to present in today's 5 or 6 minutes presentation is what I have selected is how do you automate and how do you compute the TDS on the dividend which is being declared by a listed company to the shareholders, and how that TDS needs to be computed automatically using the tools like Copilot. So today I'll be using an Office 365 which is plugged with the Copilot. So this is a use case we'll be discussing today. I'm sure a lot of you must have observed that there are a lot of listed companies who are having like lakhs of shareholders data. And when they declare the dividend, it becomes pain for any CA firm and the staff to actually calculate the tax which is being applicable on each shareholder level. So just imagine there are 1 lakh rows in an Excel file, and how do you compute TDS for each of the shareholder? That takes like 8 days, 10 days, 15 days of work. And that's where I plan to automate this work. And this is the one use case we'll be discussing today. Obviously, there are a lot of use cases. I'll just quickly run through the how the flow of the presentation will be. First, we'll start with the data scrubbing. Just clean up the data that you receive from the share transfer agents, compute the gross dividends, verify the compliance under 206 AB, because now you also need to check whether they have filed their tax returns, their PANs are operative, and then compute the TDS rates, and then compute the tax amount and the net dividend payable. Again, these are the couple of other case studies which maybe in future presentations I'll be happy to cover. And let's move to the worksheet now. Are you able to see my worksheet?
No, if your PPT is only visible.
Yeah. Let me reshare.
You stop sharing and share it again.
Yeah. Just is it visible now?
Now visible.
Yeah. So basically, this is the shareholder dump data, which I would call it, which generally received at a chartered accountant's office. And what happens is that it has number of columns, number of rows, just so that today everything works fine. I have trimmed this data to over 700 records only. But again, these records runs into thousands and lakhs. So here is the quick summary how I do it and how I automate this work. So first thing, we start with the data scrubbing. So just to have a presentation quickly done, I've already written the prompts that I'm going to give it to the Copilot. So let's say I have selected this table. So first, I want all this data to be sanitized. So there are a lot of things that you can play around. But just for the example purpose, what I've seen is there are 4 different columns for the addresses. So just to quickly show you how we can actually merge all this column or maybe demerge all this column, we'll just put one quick prompt that I want all these 4 columns to be clubbed into one column. You can do vice versa. You can play around. You can sanitize your PAN data. You can sanitize your number of shareholders data. A lot of things that you can do. I'm just showing you the one use case when you want to play around with the columns and rows. Yeah. So here you can see we have inserted the prompt has generated the formula. So I'll insert that column. So I've got all my addresses at one place. So this is one of the quick way to compile all the lakhs of rows into one single prompt. Then the next thing that comes into my mind is that how do I check this lakhs of shareholders data when whether they have filed their tax returns, whether their PANs are operative, whether in fact their TDS liability are higher than 50,000 as required under 206 AB. So then you obviously download the data from the reports inside portal. But again, to match that data with the data that you have received from the share transfer agent is another task. So again, with Copilot, it's automated. I have just given the respective prompt. Again, all this prompt will be available for you guys to later on view. I have just given the prompt to them. There is a 206 AB data dump downloaded in this file. I have the PAN data from the BANPOS received in this file. And here, in a fraction of seconds, I'll get the entire 206 AB specified person, yes or no data in the column U. While Copilot working on that, let's go to the next step, which is how do I compute the TDS? So again, I have written the prompt here. And in the meanwhile, we have this data as well. So as you can see, the data has created. These are the specified persons. These are not specified person. So again, so the next step comes to my mind is that now I want to apply the TDS rate on these respective shareholders. So again, I want to tell them that if it's Indian public, if your dividend is less than 5,000, there will be TDS. There will be no TDS. If the TDS is more than 5,000, there will be 10% TDS. And if you are again a specified person, then the TDS is going to be double of whatever the rate applicable to you. So again, I have given that prompt here. And the last two prompt, which are like pretty fair, easy to understand, just to compute the TDS and give me the net amount payable to the shareholder.
For the last 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Just imagine, at least for 700 data, if Copilot is taking 2 minutes, let's say even for a lakh number of shareholders, it will still take like 2-3 hours, but still it's better than spending 8 to 10 days of time of your staff, the CA. There are multiple checks that happens in a firm. So this is where we need to bring automate, guys. You have to be the next gen chartered accountants to make a difference in profession, to make a difference in the Indian growing economy. You have to utilize AI as much as possible in everything. In fact, the way we used to use calculator continuously in our accounts or mathematics or any other test, just think about that. Use AI in each of every field of your practice. And that's it. My TDS rate is computed. Now they will calculate the TDS amount, and the last prompt will be to compute my net dividend payable to the shareholder. Again, this is pretty simple formulas. You can still do the gross dividend minus TDS net dividend, but I have still showed to even you can use the prompts for the simple things as well. And again, when it comes to the shareholders data, you also need to file 15 CACBs. So again, that is something that can be automated with the AI tool. You got the TDS amount. Now the Excel will compute the net amount that is payable to the shareholders. So this is how it is done. And just I want to say last one line before the clock ticks is, guys, as a chartered accountants, unified, we all flourish as a cohesive force, nurturing collective growth and prosperity. And as the anniversary sir has rightly said at the start of the conversation, that this is the only profession where we all share knowledge, even with the competitors, because end of the day, we improve our profession as a whole. And with that, I would want to end my presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dhaval, for the excellent presentation. Yes, you have used the prompts and taken up the lot of data for the TTS calculations. And for participants, please give your ranking to all the panelists, because that is the request which we always make to you all. So now let's move toward the next panelist, Sainath. Over to you, Sainath.
Hello, team. Good evening. I hope I'm audible, right? And my screen is visible. Can someone confirm?
Yeah, audible, and your screen is also visible.
Great. Thank you, Umesh, sir. So first of all, thank you all for joining the session today. And myself, Sainath Reddy, I'm a chartered accountant working as a digital transformation analytics consultant. And in my work, I have worked on different kind of AR projects, AP projects, like thanks to Digvijay for showing how the AP process works, wherein the invoice gets extracted and automatically posted in the SAP system. And we have worked on BI projects for building a dashboards and the marketing using the gamification AI things. But as our topic is restricted to AI in Excel today, I would like to give you a brief about the automation which we have done in our AI incoming payments. And this is a brief about it. So we have customers spread around India and 15K plus customers, and we receive payments from them on a daily basis into multiple bank accounts which we have. Just think of the accountants, every zones we have accountants, how many entries they need to pass every day, and how much time it will be taking for them. All this, right? So approximately 150K plus transactions are being recorded on an annual basis, and the time which they are spending and at the head office, the reconciliation time, everything was too much. So that's where we thought of automating the work, and we brought in some kind of a combination of two things here. One is Excel and one is UiPath. Keeping in the cost structure also in mind. UiPath is similar to the thing which Digvijay has shown you, Power Automate. It's also a RPA tool. We have Automation Anywhere, Power Automate, and UiPath. These are different kind of automation tools. So we use UiPath for that. UiPath is used where you have a dynamic UI. Suppose Excel is like static, you can give some formulas and dump it there, right? But when you have a changing kind of scenarios and we need to give a complex automation, we use UiPath or Power Automate, etc. So here we have used it, and the time we took for this is approximately 15 weeks to go live on a test case basis. And the way how it works is our bot will logs into a banks. So we have defined list of banks wherein it downloads the bank statement and reads each and every line item, and then it extracts the code. So in the bank statement, in the narration column, we have a dealer code mentioned. So that's where it will pick the unique code, dealer code there, and it will post the entry as you see here. It will post the entry in SAP using all the predefined fields, amount, and then the banks and all. And then once it's done, it will send the MIS to the users also, saying these are the entries. So suppose once it posts an entry, it will say that the transaction number is this for this entry. Others, it's not processed. You need to process manually. So that's where it sends. And here we have given it a 3 hours. Every 3 hours it will run, because we need to enhance the credit limit. Once the entry is done, then only the customer credit limit gets enhanced or decreased, right? So that's where every 3 hours the bot will be running, and it will send the users a mail saying that these are the entries posted, others you need to post. And at the end of the day, once everyone is at home, the bot also will run an MIS, like a BRS. For BRS, it says and it will send what all has been passed and what all didn't pass. And here, using this automation, we are happy to say that approximately 8,000 man hours have been saved here in terms of zonal accountants. And like amount, being a confidential figure, and here, when I come to Excel, you see the part 1 and 3 here, right? The part 1 and 3 is used UiPath, wherein it enters and touches the bank interface and downloads the statement and posts in SAP. The part 2 and 4, to optimize the cost, we have used the VBA code embedded in the UiPath itself. So what it will do is, I'll show you a simple example. So this is a demo data because we can't use the real-time data in here due to the confidentiality policies. But I'll just show you the part wherein Excel gets involved in this automation. So you see here, suppose take the example, we have different banks, like these are just a sample, but we have a random number of banks. And this is the name, this is the code, like I was saying, dealer code, and this is the amount which he got.
Your screen is not visible. It is on PPT. Take it to the data. Show the use case.
Is the Excel visible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, I think some system got stuck. Okay. So you see the bank here, right? There are different kind of banks, and the name is the username and the code and the amount. So how it works is automatically in that, when I click on this, and like Lokesh was explaining, this is the add-in which we have developed internally. So that's where it will ask for password and all. And is asking me to filter the data based on column. I want column 1. Okay. Now you see all that is created. Now you see everything got segregated here. Axis, SBI, and HDFC. And here one more thing is, all the sheets got separated here. Like previously it was not there, right? All the sheets got separated. Now what will happen after that? In the 4th step is that, yeah, this is the lookup. Like the banks which we have a zonal accountant map to it, zonal and relevant accountants. This is the mail which we, right now it's a demo mail. So when that thing gets activated, it automatically gives. So you see all these are formulas driven. And this is the attachment, dynamic attachment. Based on the name, it automatically picks up. You see the formulas right here, concat and all. So here you can just click on this. And like I told you, this is an add-in which we developed. It every time asks for password, and to make sure that no one is using it in some other sheets and it gets corrupted. So you see all this sent, right? Now let us go to a mailbox and check. You see these are going, right? And it's going to relevant person which I've added. SBI is going with SBI, HDFC with HDFC, Axis with Axis. So that this is the broadly, I think you were able to understand what automation did we do here. And here we have also mapped the exceptional cases. Sometimes the system may get just hang and we don't know whether it's working or not. So that's where it will send us a screenshot. Like suppose take the example, in SAP, the exchange rates are not updated. Then the system will not move further. Rather, it will send us an exception mail saying that this is got struck, you need to rectify it. So that's where we have built a UI path flow and also an Excel flow so that everything goes smooth and the man hours can be saved. So this is the automation which we have done. And along with that, I would like to say the tools which I have used in here. So it's an year back. So that's where we have used the chat 3.5 chat GPT. And right now in the recent enhancements, you need not even sign up, you see. Directly you can use it here. So that's the benefit right now. Previously you used to sign in. And the same thing, you can also use it in Gemini. It's a Google product, Gemini. Recently, as per my understanding, in the recent days, more than ChatGPT, this one is giving more relevant answers. You see, it also gives an explanation. So you can try out both and you will be able to see. And regarding the PPT, which I've shown you, I'll just show you one tool. So suppose take the example, if you're making PPT and it takes hours of time, right? Just try this app, maybe useful for you. I'm writing a prompt, write about CSR, Companies Act. Just a single line, right? Can you imagine the output which it will give? This is the output which it gives. You can just check the Gamma Data app. So I was wondering actually how it works, but it can simplify your work. I'm not saying just dump it here, but you can be able to see what all points you have covered and what all did you miss using tools like this. So it actually given that what all the Companies Act applicability and all also. So that's where I've used some of these things in making this PPT also. So that's why I shown you that website. And one more thing which I'm recently using in Excel is online data from picture. You see in data, you have this add-in data from picture. It comes in default. Once you click it and select a picture, it automatically picks that and post it in an Excel. So that's where it completely simplifies your working on tables with financials, downloaded images. And so with this, I would like to conclude and thank you, ICAI, for providing this opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sainath. It was a very good and a quick session from your side. You have covered a lot of the things, Gemini and Chat GPT, and also shown the automation that you have done in your software and how you have integrated that with SAP. It was it was a very good showcase that how our CAs can use the AI for their management consultancy or say for auditing, accounting or MIS reporting, whatever they want to do. So thanks, Sainath. Now let's move toward the next panelist, Minal. Over to you, Minal. Unmute yourself, Minal.
Thank you, sir. Hope everyone is enjoying the AI wave that we are having currently. So first of all, I would like to brief about what comes first when we hear about AI. That is ChatGPT. That would come to my mind as well. So while there are so many apps, AI apps in the industry, we have to pick which app is the best for us. So we can see as in this GIF, the Zuzu is also trying to pick the best of all the candidates that are there available. So we'll pick one of the very best AI tools, that is ChatGPT. So we have seen people generating formulas through ChatGPT, people generating custom formulas through ChatGPT. But today I will take some exceptional thing that is in Excel, that is Power Query with ChatGPT and VBA with ChatGPT. So Power Query basics I'll cover in a few minutes. What can Power Query do for you? First of all, it can automate your routine tasks. Then you can make MIS reports through it. You can clean data and sort your data. You can convert your Excel data, convert data into Excel from other formats, like may it be PDF, may it be pictures, may it be anything. You can do web scraping through Power Query and connecting data from different databases like Azure, SAP, and everything like that. So here I would like to demonstrate a case that I created through ChatGPT. So I've created a GSTR1 tool which is customized for a class, which is very customized. So I have state-wise folders which I've created, and in that folders there are various Excel sheets that are there. which are there in the GSTR1 filing report. So if I want to merge all these sheets, like if I want to merge 80 sheets from all these folders, it would take a lot of time to download and then, save it in their respective folders and then, connect all those things. So what I did through ChatGPT is I asked ChatGPT to just fetch the
Are
folder
you
path.
able to view the screen? Vishnu, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay.
Okay. Is my ChatGPT screen visible?
Yes, it's visual.
Okay. So I asked a Power Query. I asked ChatGPT to create a M code which is getting recorded in the background of Power Query to fetch the folder path as source from the table and query folder path. So it gave me all the steps and it generated this code, which I went in my Excel sheet and pasted it. So those who have used Power Query earlier, they would know that how Power Query works. So you just have to go to your query. Here's the Power Query editor. And here, you just have to paste the query. And the same thing, if I repeat for other sheets, it will give me the same output. So here I'll close and load because I've changed the path of it. It would take some time. So here I'll give it AI Hackathon link in this. And I'll refresh my data. So you can see my sheets are loading now. And as soon as I change the path, all sheets will get updated simultaneously. So this is a tool, automation tool, which I have created through ChatGPT, which will connect all your sheets in a single click and a single go. I think it is taking a lot of time, so I'll move to the next use case, that is web scraping. So web scraping is basically fetching the data from a live data website, if you want to. So here what I've done is I've connected the BSE data, which will refresh itself in every single minute. So for that, I gave a prompt to ChatGPT to connect auction chain data from BSE website. So I did not know, even if someone does not know how to do it, they can ask ChatGPT, explain what is web scraping and how can I do web scraping in Excel. So it will give you all the steps and how to do it. And after that, give me steps for creating data from BSE website to Excel. So it gave me that as well. So the website which I have linked over here is the market data, which obviously, gets refreshed every minute in market hours. So through that web scraping, I've created the data which will get refreshed every single minute. Plus, there's a dashboard over here which will get automated and it will give me the data as well. Like it will refresh itself every single minute also. So here is what I have linked, and with this help, with the help of this, you can also create some bots which you can use in markets and gain the profits while you're working as a CA as well. So that's the use case of Power Query. Basically, what I think is Excel is the basic tool which all of us use on a day-to-day basis. And while using Excel, 97% of the problems that a CA faces can be solved through VBA and ChatGPT only. VBA and Power Query in Excel. So my next phase will be VBA with ChatGPT. as we saw, many of the panelists have already shown a lot of use cases with VBA and ChatGPT. But it can work beyond Excel as well. It can help in automating repetitive tasks. It can help us building custom functions and formula which are not there in Excel, but you can work with that. Generating reports and dashboards, and enhancing data validation and error checking. So here we'll go with VBA. So very basic task that we need to do in CA firms or in any organization is, standardizing our workflow. So while standardizing our workflow, we need to create some, folders that will be, created every time. So it is a kind of hectic task. And so for someone who is new in your organization, who would not know what kind of folders to create and what kind of files to save in that folders. So here I've created a destination cell, and I've asked ChatGPT to do the following process. The catch here is that I asked it to do the task in Hindi. Like मुझे एक ऐसा VBA कोड चाहिए जो Excel के सेल D4 में जो फाइल पाथ है वहां से ये सेल एड्रेस सेल डेटा लेके फोल्डर बना दे.
Yeah, last
and
2
it gave
minutes.
me the exact same code.
Last 2 minutes.
To create that. Okay, sir. So I copied this code and I pasted it by Alt F11 and all those process. And now when I click on create folder, I just have to link this. I just have to give it the folder path. And I have to give it the cell addresses. And folders are created successfully. So you can see the folders are created. Of course, I have created it through ChatGPT, and there is some debugging that needs to happen. But you can see हिंदी में बताने के बाद भी वो ये समझ गया कि मुझे क्या चाहिए और मेरे लिए वो कैसे काम करेगा. So this is one of the code. Then my next case will be combining files. Is a very hectic task. You all know that combining files, merging files, appending files is a very big task that we all have to do. So first, what I'll do, I've even created this code through ChatGPT as well. So I'll give it the file path of sample data that I have over here. And then I'll paste it. And when I click on merge, it will merge all the data and give me the file in the same folder that I've created. So here is sample data and here's the combined data. So the combined data sheet is open and you can see how seamlessly on a single click it combined all the data. For your reference, for a check, we had 3 files named April, May, June, and it combined all the data in a single go. So AI is what the next big thing is. Yeah, and exactly. AI for chartered accountants is not only artificial intelligence, but it is the assistant intelligence, I would like to say. So
thank you, Meenal. Thank you, Meenal, for the Power Query web scraping VBA. And it was good to know the use cases that you have used. So now we are moving to the next, Chinmay. Over to you, Chinmay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the amazing case studies by my co-panelist, and I think I can use many of them. So let me start share my screen. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your folders are visible.
Yes. So this is my small PPT, GST reconciliation in 10 minutes. This is, I have conducted such program in the institute also, which was really appreciated by the participants. So I'll take this time and do it in less than 10 minutes. Okay. So while doing the GST reconciliation, generally we are required with few things. How many invoices are matching in the GSTR portal along with the books of accounts? Is there any difference in if there are invoices in books or invoices missing in the GST portal? If both the invoices, if the invoices are shown at both the places, is there any mistake in the invoice number or in the invoice amount? So all of these things can be done easily from this tool, which I have developed using ChatGPT. Okay. The procedure is very simple. You will have to download the GSTR2B and save the folder specified here.
Chinmay, we are not able to see. We are not able to see your complete screen. PPT is not visible. It is just on your OneDrive screen.
Is it now visible?
Yeah, share it again.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So we will have to download any GSTR input report from any accounting software. For the sake of this presentation, I have used the Tally2B reconciliation report from Tally Prime, and we will have to just paste the data in the specified folder. No manual intervention, just the case that we have to only rename the file as given in the instructions. Okay. Advantages is that no manual intervention is done and all the thing is done in the background using AI. Now we'll see the live demo. If we can see, just a second. Is my folder visible to you all?
No.
No? Just a second.
You share it again and you share your entire screen.
Okay. I think, is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So here is the folder. We have a folder named books in which we have the details for December month GST input data as per books, which is exported from Tally Prime. Okay. This is the general thing which we get: date, particulars, party, GST number, voucher type, document date, taxable amount, IGST, CGST, SGST. And this is very simple. The data, this is extracted from Tally Prime. Okay. And in the other folder, we have the GSTR2B downloaded for the month of December. So this is the normal GSTR2B, which we have downloaded from the portal. Now we'll see how the tool works. See, this is the reconciliation that we have prepared. So this is the report that we are going to fetch from the database, which we have put in the books folder and the GST folder. See the report that it is giving us: excess in books, these invoices, this comparison is done on the basis of GST, and this comparison on the basis of invoice level. See, these are match invoices here, match invoices here. In this, we can see that Haryana export, just a second, need to click refresh. Sorry. I think it's showing some error. Yeah. In this, we can see there is a party name as Food and Dairy Private Limited. As per books, the total GST input is 6,300, and as per GST portal, to 25,000. So this can be done easily done using the VLOOKUP formula. But to get the details which invoices are not reflected in the books of account, that also we can get here. We can see here food dairy 6,321 and 6,321 are getting as, and few invoices 19,000, there is a difference. So when we'll just double click on that, we get the list of the parties which are not reflected in the books of account. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just update the data for the month of January, so that we all can see the tool is working fine and it is not just doing the saved data only. Okay, I have just updated the month of January. We'll go to the portal in the reports and we'll just go to data and press refresh all. It will take few seconds to upload it. Just a second. We'll have to click on refresh. We'll click on. Okay. You just need to close it. We'll click on refresh again. The final report is updated using the January month also. Now we have two reports in this for the month of December and the month of January also. Just a refresh. Just a second. Now we have the cumulative data for December and January. Now you can see there are few invoices in the difference of invoices in the books and GST for Haryana exports. This is on the level of GST number. Okay. So difference amount of, I think, 75,000 are not reflected in GST. Okay. In this report, which is done using the invoice value comparison, we are having these 84,000 details which are not reflected in books. We'll click on this and we will get the detailed report every time. So this tool has all the ingredients which is necessary for doing the comparison of GST. It is absolutely free, done using Power Query and AI.
Yeah, last 2 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And anyone can use this. All they have to do is to export these reports from their respective accounting softwares and paste it in the folder as specified. All they have to do is to download the reports from the GST portal and paste it, and they have to click on refresh. All these reports will be generated automatically and very smoothly. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chinmay, for the beautiful presentation, and your use case will be very useful for all our members. And now let's move toward the last panelist, Arpit. Over to you, Arpit.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Arpit Taneja. As we all know, the financial year has ended and the audit season is on the peak. Today, I would like to highlight the glimpse of the use case of Copilot, which is helpful in conducting the audit procedures smoothly. My screen is visible to you.
Yes.
So, everyone, you are well versed in performing these audit procedures. Today, I will be highlighting how we can do our work in a quicker way using the AI. So we will be discussing the use of AI in audit procedures of HR, purchase, sales. Let's quickly move to the demonstration. So for the ease of understanding, I have kept my data line items limited. We can perform the same procedures on thousands of line items. In the case of HR, if we want to identify the ghost employees working in the organization, for that, I will ask my AI friend Copilot to identify all those employees who having the same PAN numbers. the prompt I will give highlight same values in column and so the employees having the same pen will be highlighted by it. And the same procedures we can perform on the bank account number, also on the employee name and the father's name having the same values. So it highlighted those two cases which having the same pen, which helped us in highlighting the ghost employees. Now I will ask Copilot use lookup and look for duplicate value in column pen, otherwise mention unique. So in that scenario, what Copilot will do, it will suggest a formula to us how we can mention the unique in front of those pen which does not have the duplicate value, and mention the unique duplicate in case of duplicate values. So it's all about how I'm communicating with the Copilot. Maybe this just because of that. So I will say so. As I changed my words and now Copilot understood what I'm asking for, it inserted the pen status here. It may have mentioned the unique for those which didn't have the duplicate value, mentioned the duplicate in front of those who having the same pen number. Now I'm coming to the procedures we are performing for the purchase functions. So for purchase, there are two test cases we will be performing today. And one is the checking of difference in purchase price of the same value. Highlight in column item name having same value but different rate in column rate per unit. So as we'll get to know that if there is the same item and the client is procuring at a different rate, So it will help us to identify whether are we procuring with the same amount or with the different rates.
The last 2 minutes.
Okay. Meanwhile, it's highlighting it coming to the next procedures. With as the section 43B is notified, we need to check that the payment made to MSME vendors has been made within the 15 or 45 days. In my example, I have taken 45 days as due date. So what I'll ask my AI friend, identify the cases if in column MSME value is yes and payment date in column payment date is later than the date mentioned in due date. The due date is what I have done, the 45 days I have taken from the invoice date, and the payment date, what I have done, I have made the few payments date in there. So if the payment date is after the due date, it will highlight those areas where the payment is made after the due date, and those payments will be added back. So as you can see, mention the late payment, and late payment, if it is before the due date, mentioned no, and if it after the due date, it mentioned as yes. The last procedure in the sales procedure we need to perform is the completeness test. Here I have mentioned the invoice number from 1 to 21. So for the completeness, we need to identify whether is any invoices missing from the data.
Time up.
That's all from my side.
Thank you, Arpit, and thanks to all the panelists, thanks to all participants. Please rank all the panelists. And today, it was a very good show from all the panelists. And as ranking, it is very important that one use case per panelist is allowed. Many panelists have shown number of use cases, so we will have to work more only. So that was our terms and conditions for this hackathon. But nevertheless, it was a very good and it was a very amazing thing that everybody get connected and got the new use cases. I will request Vishnu or tech team that please show the QR code of joining the WhatsApp community. So you can scan this QR code and you can join the AI community on WhatsApp. So you can get the regular update. It was a very nice session today. And thanks to all panelists, thanks to all participants. And let's be in touch. Lokesh ji, Chunoti, Shivam, Kumar Mangalam, Digvijay, Dhawal, Sainath, Meenal, Chinmay, and Arpit. So it was a very good show. So keep doing good will come back to you. It's AI and we have to popularize. And a humble request that those who are watching, there will be another hackathon next time on the Word, that is MS Word, and use cases for drafting different types of reports, and only one use case will be allowed, and the time is 10 minutes. If we have more than one use case, the panelist has to rush. So it's a request that those who want to become panelists in future, please simply add one use case and show it so that people can adopt it and use it. So thanks to all the participants. Vishnu, please float the next hackathon MS Word and drafting use cases with AI. So let's continue our journey and be in touch, all tech enthusiastic people, and let's continue our AI Hackathon Part 3. So thank you and lots of applause to all the panelists. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all
Thank you so much,
participants.
sir.
All the pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.